Emilio Sparks, the Charlie Rose of hip hop, and I'm sitting with Blue Hef. Can we call you that? Is that cool?
Blue Hefner, PLK.
Now, why do they call you Blue Hefner?
I have no idea. I just had like mad blue shit, like blue cars, blue diamonds, and I, of course, the Hugh Hefner thing. I was infatuated with that lifestyle. I
Googled Lloyd Banks, and a couple of things came up, and I read Wikipedia, which is always the source for everything, lies, whatever the case may be. And I was reading about how your album got leaked before you were going to release Ryan Apple. Now, and you said it was in a threesome. Now, to me, I was like, I don't care about the album being leaked. That happens all the time. But the events leading to the threesome, to me, I have to give you one of these because I've never actually I've wanted to. Yeah. I've had chances, but they dematerialize rather quickly. So how does one actually get the threesome? Like, well,
to be honest with you, that story, I'm not even sure if that was the pair.
Oh, so you have had multiple threesomes?
Yeah. I was on a roll. I was in Vegas. I had five. Was it five? I had 5 girls in Vegas, just me and 5 girls, and then my boy was in the other room. And he finished rather quickly, so she came knocking on the door like boom, boom, boom. So it was me and 6, so 7 something. That was the most I've had. And then I just was in that zone. I would tell people that story. You tell the girls that, and they'd be like, "Well, damn." So I started having a lot, of matchmaking going on, and then Careless and I used to run around with CDs with like 20 songs on them because I made music in abundance.
Yeah, but what's crazy is like, how does now I know you're Lloyd Banks, so diamonds or whatever, so like they just assume that, all right, well, let's go, go tickle. But how does the mere mortal say, hey, let's do a threesome, let me do some cartwheels on your butt?
Well, the thing is to find, I would, my best advice would be to tell you to grab the girl out, the leader out the group. You have to have the confidence to get the steering wheel. You can't get a tire because if you get a tire, she doesn't have the power to influence any of the other girls. You know what I'm saying? So I would go for the pack, the leader of the pack. The one they follow anyway. Yeah. The one who made them all come out to the club. And then once she's on you and feeling you, it's easy to manipulate the rest of the girls because she's the steering wheel.
Now, and you're also a smart man because there was never a camera in the boudoir as well.
Never.
You had 6 at one point.
6 in Vegas, and I had like over 10 just fellatio, in London, Ontario, Canada.
That's such a Ric Flair move, bro. For real.
It was crazy. I'm telling you, it was crazy. Shout out to all of them that was there at that club, whatever the club.
Well, they just line up and just take turns filleting, and then one night
it was lined up. You see how the windows right here? It was lined up on the windowsill like that, like all just sitting down. It was like a VIP. In the upstairs and shit, but it was crazy because like the population in the crowd could see you walking up to the room.
Yeah.
So I went up in the room with like 3 girls first. It was just me and them, and then when I had peeked out the door and shit, it was a line of girls down the whole fucking staircase.
Thanks. What do you do to these women?
I was hot.
They ever just try to hold up a kid and say, "This is yours"?
Nah. I would probably punt at that shit like Vinatieri, like boo, that shit out of here, bitch. No. Never happened that far, but I've been lied to, like, I'm 7 months pregnant, bitch, you know who you are. I'm 3 months pregnant, bitch, you know who you are, but it never really lasts that long, because I don't, I keep the helmet on. You,
to me, like, the whole crew was the last, like, actual physical guys to actually release mixtapes and create the buzz before the viral marketing and the social networking thing.
Exactly.
Because you've been in so long, is it crazy to see that, like, the transgression of power from physical street copies to actual digital releases?
I mean, you watch a lot of artists come from the mixtape market, and there was a point where I felt bad for the mixtapes because the majors were telling me that wasn't good for business. Like, we're in the business of selling music, but they don't understand giving away music. So when you fall back, it opens up the lane for other artists, but I think it became oversaturated at one point. It went from just artists to being artists with a mixtape, producers with a mixtape, fucking DJ with a mixtape, hype man got a mixtape, so it just oversaturated the market. I was the last artist to have, a #1 debut platinum album from the mixtape market since Nicki just did it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So Nicki did it in 2010, I did it 6 years before that. So it took 6 years for somebody to come from the market we came from to do it again. So I think that me being associated with a movement as big as Genuine and Aftermath, Shady, I think people overlooked a lot of the achievements I had.
But I seem to feel like right now you're more comfortable in your skin. Like, you know what I mean? You're more like now you actually
Uh-huh.
set the tone and you do what you want. You call the shots of what you want in your career.
That's basically what happened, and it started with the mixtapes. It started when I got dropped, because I was like, you know what? It's obviously they out their mind. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool. I'm not an overnight success, and I'm not a one-hit wonder. Like, all these things was in my mind, and when I started to rap, all I had was my homeboys. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna give you the blunt reality, like, yo, that's whack, or that's dope, or you know what I mean? When you get into the label and the business, their job is to massage you. You know what I'm saying? And when you do win, you thank everybody but yourself. You know what I mean? Because you feel like it has to be such a big reason why you pop. And you count out your own talent, you count out your story and all the energy that you created. And they overlooked me because they, you know, whatever reason they wanted to go in a change of direction or what have you. I played possum, you know. All along I had over 100 records recorded, which turned into those 5 mixtapes, which turned into the momentum for Beamer Benz. To the point where when Beamer Benz and Bentley came out, people thought I was still on Interscope Records. That's why Interscope was reaching to try to pick the record up so they can just attach it onto that. Because we did that. In no reality, Beamer Benz was recorded in my home, mixed and mastered out the pocket, straight to iTunes, you know, and over 600,000 units sold, independent, helped fund the project.
Fist bump of awesome for that.
You know what I'm saying?
So, like, I was also listening to an interview you did. You talked about how Interscope wanted you back. It was kind of like the girlfriend that broke up with you because, like, you know, you probably were just staying home playing Call of Duty all day.
It's a little different.
A little different? Explain how.
Just because that girlfriend, that girl that never gave you no time in high school, when you make it, you're supposed to still fuck that girl because you're in a lose-lose situation. You're not winning because she's not fucking you. Fuck her, and then leave her alone. Label is a little different. That pussy might not be worth going back to. You know what I'm saying?
I've been there. See, I would have revenge fucked and then just never went back.
Exactly. So that's kind of like what it was with Interscope. It was like, I've been over there, we did that dance already, and I wasn't too excited to go right back into it a long stretch. You know, the EMI situation was a one out. You know,
it was new pussy.
Feel me? Like temporary. So I didn't have the pressure of like, damn, well, what happens next year? Like when I want to drop another album and I got to wait in line with the other 10 artists. You know what I mean? So that's what like Def Jam and Interscope was presenting. Like they wanted more than one album. You know, and I wasn't really too sure from it.
See, to me, I always like this, and I see this trend with you now, like OGs who've been doing this for a real long time. Let's use Bun B as an example.
Shout out to Bun B. I just bumped into him at Highland Ballroom.
He's a good dude, for real. I enjoy what he does because he's a legend, and he's been doing what he's been doing for so long, and it's always consistent. But now he's also working with like the passing of the torch with like certain artists and stuff like that. And I was reading an interview you talking about who you like, who you listen to, who you like to work with. Do we see Lloyd Banks doing things like that, like jumping on, doing like going to Bun B rap? Because I can see that, because you're respected and you do what you do and you make good music and you make respected music. So I can see where that somewhere could be times where you can work with the young blood and then pass the torch to them. Is there anybody that you see like right now that really catches your attention that you would really like to work with like that?
Yeah, I mean, I pay attention to the internet a lot, and you know, I try to stay up on the movements, especially when something comes up under your nose, like and blows out of the water. You know, you kind of not want to be late on anything again. Yeah. You know, I listen to a lot of the new artists. You said Nipsey, Young Chris. I think is dope, even though he's not a new artist. I just feel like he's similar to me. Like your just due is still to come. Artists like Wiz Khalifa is dope. I feel like he's bringing like a new style mixed in with things that I've seen in the past. J. Cole. I've heard some of his music before he even did the deal with Jay. Before J. Rock is dope to me.
Anything with Kendrick Lamar? You guys doing anything? Because I know Kendrick's been working with Dre.
Yeah, I haven't heard too much of his material. I definitely got to check him out. I've been hearing his name a lot though, and it's a lot of artists out there, man. And I just did a record with Sky Zoo, the remix to the Speakers on Blast.
That's cool.
I'm aware of, that's the difference between me. Like, I'm aware of everybody in my era, before my era. Now the thing is just to stay in tune with the new guys, you know what I'm saying? And stay up. Like, I'm never going to make the mistakes that I've seen other people do.
Do you cook like the bass guy? Do you cook a little bit? Do you do the little bass guy cook with the swag?
Nah.
Shout out cooking?
Shout out to bass guy, though. He doing this thing.
I'm a little disappointed, though, because I wanted to wear the big G-Unit spinner chain. I wanted to cross it off the bucket list of things that I can do. You know what I mean?
Fuck, you know what is crazy? I actually drew that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I drew that freehand.
You're an artist?
Yeah. I drew all my tattoos except for the one on my back. And
Well, Chris Garvin did that one.
except that one, yeah. And I drew, I designed my jewelry and my pieces, my chains, the spinner. It's funny because 50 tricked me with that one. He was like, yo, man, you drew like the illest chain you think you could, you know what I mean? The illest shit you can see yourself wearing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm up all night, like, I can't wait to do this shit. That's why I was that big, you know what I'm saying? So I drew in this shit, and I'm thinking it was gonna be mine. And he went back and he was like, next thing I seen him, maybe a month later, and he had the fucking chain on. He was like, yo, good looking, man. This motherfucker, man.
And then John Cena ripped you guys off in wrestling and has the big, he had the Cena spinner chain when he was doing his rap gimmick.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's one of my other trends that I've set that nobody pays respects to. I started that. The whole Gordy jewelry, the New York City Statue of Liberty, and everything else followed behind that. Fruit Loop boxes and all that shit. That's when I stopped. That's when I go back to the jewelry that you can wear around the rich people.
What is it?
The nice.
All I have is, mine's minuscule compared to yours.
Nah, look, I got the jewelry.
Oh, Jesus, yeah, we both believe in Jesus. That's cool.